So about the year 596, Pope Gregory was walking through the streets of Rome and he was passing by a slave market. Apparently, slave trade was a big business at the time, and there were slaves from England being sold. And of course, these individuals had skin that was light compared to the Mediterranean color of skin. So Gregory remarked, "These are not Anglos, these are angels." And then he decided that England would be his target for evangelization. So he got his friend, St. Augustine, who was the abbot at the monastery of St. Andrew in Rome, and he said, "I want you to take 30 of your monks, travel to England, and start evangelizing, establish the church." So Augustine did as he was asked. Now, England is about 1,000 miles away from Rome, and on a jet plane, maybe it can take 4 hours. But then here they are walking all these many, many miles. There were no highways, there was no quick transportation. But as they got closer and closer to the English Channel, they heard stories of the Anglo-Saxons and how fierce they were, and how pagan they were, and how hostile they could be. And the monks became afraid. So Augustine wrote back to the Pope and said, "Please, let us come home. We are so afraid." But then the Holy Father wrote back and said, "Keep going, follow through the plan." So they got to the English Channel with the help of Catholics on the French side of the channel. They had some boats and ships. They got across. But there were preparations for the arrival of Augustine and his monastic group. Bertha was the wife of King Ethelbert. Bertha was a Christian, and she had a chaplain from France to serve her spiritual needs. So she helped prepare the way. So Augustine arrives, King Ethelbert is present, and the king gives permission for Augustine to begin preaching. He says, "You can convert as many people as you want. You have total freedom," and the king gave him land to begin establishing his church. The headquarters for the king was Canterbury, England. So that's the great place of the cathedral, even till today. Very soon, the king himself was baptized, and when he was baptized, the members of his court decided they too would become members of the church. And then the people in the villages and the towns, they followed suit. So there was great rejoicing because of these efforts of evangelization. Holy Father Leo has mentioned that we are all missionaries, that all of us have a responsibility to share the good news. Augustine and his group of monastics, as it were, at that time, went to the ends of the earth. They went to places that seemed to be quite uncivilized and uncertain. They were familiar with the monastic way of life: prayer, contemplation, work, rest. Everything was regulated inside the monastery, but they were asked to get out of their comfort zone and go where you've not been before, go where nobody's been before. They were afraid, but God had a plan. So let's not be afraid to share our faith and to witness to our faith and to live our faith and invite others to join us in God's family of faith.